All right. It looks like we are live. So yeah, today we're going to talk about another paid community success story. So yeah, we're going to talk about an online Sorry, we're going to talk about an online paid community success story. So if you're looking for a lifestyle business, something that can generate like 5 figures or multiple 5 figures to around 6 figures in profit per month, while giving you time, income, and location independence. Basically, lots of freedom. The business model you choose to use matters a lot. And maybe in your case, a paid community can be the solution. It's really fascinating how much freedom a lot of these people actually have. But yeah, the paid community we're looking at today, it's called Wholesale Sales Academy by John Lalandi. They have 326 members and it's listed at $197 per month. So 326 times $197, that's $64,222 in revenue. But it's very hard to say if all of these members are actually paying, because the way it's very often done with paid communities is that they're starting at a very low monthly price, maybe even for free, and then they're gradually increasing the price to their current price. Plus, sometimes they also have different tiers. But these are charging $197 a month or $1,897 billed annually. It's like $158 a month if paid annually. And they have it listed with a free trial. Double your close rate in 90 days. Yeah, let's look at the text on the sales page. But yeah, first of all, let's check. Does he have more than one community? He has one free community with 218 members called the Advanced Group. And then he has the Wholesale Sales Academy. So yeah. But yeah, how much does this guy make per month? It's very hard to say, so this is going to be a guess. He has a rocket icon, top 5% earner on school. So he's doing really good. If all the members are paying $197 a month, he's using Facebook ads, so he has some expenses there. But my very rough estimate is that he's making around $40,000 in profit per month. Again, that's my very rough estimate. It's hard to say, but yeah, he's doing pretty good. Let's look at the text. Wholesale Sales Academy. Free one-on-one coaching inside. For wholesalers and flippers that want to 2x their close rate in 90 days or less. losing deals right now that you should be closing. We've solved that. Inside you get live weekly sales training, scripts, inbound leads, outbound leads, cold calling, foreclosures, follow-up, objection handling, and more. Full scaling roadmap, step by step, how to break through your bottleneck. Objection prevention masterclass, plus every call recording. $500 in discount codes. One-on-one with one of our 7-fig wholesaling coaches when you join. If you close just one deal and it pays for 2 years, you can steal everything and leave, or stay and train with the top wholesalers. Up to you. Now that was kind of confusing, if you ask me. I guess there were some spelling errors there as well. But yeah, looks like their focus is on wholesalers, kind of real estate deals. Let's look at the sales video.
What up, everybody? What's up? What's up? I love the energy.
I'm John Lalonde, so I identify as a wholesaler.
How would you say the sales process has compared to sales training that you've done in the past?
I don't want to sound cliche, but it's far on the best I've ever done. Consistently, since I've joined John, I've been over $80,000 revenue every single month. Before that, I had 1 month that was over that, so it's leveled up my consistency.
Realistically, you went zero, like roughly zero, but like I guess maybe like 4K a month to 100K a month in a quarter, just like that.
Yeah, when they started with you, literally had no clue how to comp a property, had no clue how to talk to a residential owner.
Yeah.
We had no clue on anything. It was basically me pouring into my team and then you pouring into my team.
The second day after we got onboarded and everything, you walked me through a deal scenario I had. And I locked that deal up literally the second day after speaking with you. So that was huge.
What are you guys doing roughly revenue-wise in the wholesale business right now?
Monthly right now is about 85 to 100. So we're on track. We follow all of our metrics to be able to hit our $1 million target. Ideally 1.2 top line,
Nice.
and then roughly 960 bottom line revenue.
Ooh, not 960 bottom line, 960 profit.
Correct.
Is that what you're saying? Wow, man,
Yeah.
that's freaking awesome.
There's just so much garbage out there. There's so many like fake gurus, people who tell you they got this secret sauce, this lead company, this cold callers are the best, or this lead channel is the best. And at this point, I've gotten burned by enough of those people to know that I got to pop the hood and see what's going on. I think the biggest thing that stood out to me was you're an active operator of exactly what I'm doing. So you didn't do it 2 years ago. You didn't do it for a short period of time. You're not learning it right now for the first time.
Before you joined the program, how many deals a month were you doing?
It was not consistent one a month. It was maybe one a month, and then a month or so in between.
Yeah, it was like 8 deals a year.
The month's not over yet, but how many contracts have you guys locked up this month?
We got 5. Five. That's about.
My pipeline's doubled, but also I don't have any anxiety or stress as it relates to getting deals. So as long as we have decent leads coming in, I know that we're going to close them and we're going to get very good margin.
How much revenue are you going to do this month?
This month we're going to be hitting like 107,000.
107,000. And how many acquisitions managers do you have?
That's me.
How much did you spend on marketing last month to be able to hit that?
We spent right at 11 grand. I just want to say, dude, no fluff. Whoever's listening to this, none of this would have been possible without the training given from John. It's not just something I'm saying. I could not have figured all this out by myself. So really thanks to you, John.
We would not be anywhere near where we are today if it wasn't for you and your guys' training. Without a doubt. You could charge me 4 or 5 times more what you are charging, and I would pay it no questions asked.
Okay, that was a bit one abrupt ending. Pretty cool testimonials. One thing that I'm really wondering about is that loud, annoying music in the background really necessary? What's up with the testimonial? Oh, it's a testimonial. Hey, switch up the background noise so that people have problem hearing us. I don't get it. Let's look at the next video.
If you're a wholesaler doing one deal per month, all the way up to 6 figures per month, and you're still asking questions like,
what's the condition of the roof? What's the best price you can do for me? What's your timeline on moving?
my guess is you're still dealing with inconsistency in your business, shrinking profit margins, and you're losing a ton of deals to your competitors. Now, if any of that sounds like what you're dealing with, or you're just crushing it and you have a sales team that you know could be better, pay attention. I'm here to show those of you who are already doing this and already committed to making this work, how to get what you were looking for when you started this business in the first place. And that's time freedom, simplicity, and living life on your terms the way that you want to do it. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name is John Lalonde, and I've done over $2.1 million in assignment fees in the last 2 years. But my life wasn't always like this. It actually took me 8 months to get my first deal. And at one point, I found myself $600,000 in debt and on the brink of filing bankruptcy. And I realized at that point that what I was doing was completely wrong. I was doing the same 4-pillar script that every single wholesaler and their mother was using. And what was the result? Sellers were getting resistant. They were saying, what's your offer? They were comparing me to every other offer, and I was just a simple commodity. And that's when I knew something had to change. And the problem was, I went to every wholesaler inside of our industry and realized that their sales scripts were all very, very similar. And they were all teaching the same thing. So I decided to go out and get some outside training. Go to other trainers that were actually doing this on a super high level from other industries. And that's what I learned, the process that I'm going to show you. And within 90 days of implementing the sales process, I hit my first $141,000 month. And I went on to pay all $600,000 off of the debt that I was in within 6 months and continued to do $1 million a year from there on out. And we went on to coach people to get their first deal, hit their first $100,000 month, and even coach businesses doing $2 million, $3 million, all the way up to $5 million per year. And I'll tell you, the big differences between the people that are crushing it right now in 2025 and the ones that are getting left behind, the ones that are dealing with the shrinking profit margins, having tons of inconsistency in their business and uncertain whether they're going to make it, is this one simple thing. It's their ability to implement a proven sales process. Because what most people do is they have an inconsistent process, and because of that, they get inconsistent results. They don't know how to shift the seller from price-based thinking into result-based thinking, so they're not just treated like a commodity. And sure, back in 2020, 2021, and 2022, when interest rates were 2%, a sales process wasn't an absolute necessity. But in today's market, you know that it is. It's the one thing that separates the people that are crushing it, doing hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, versus the ones that are barely getting by. If your sales team isn't where they need to be, it's no wonder why your business isn't as well. And honestly, without this sales process, I don't know where my business would be. But don't just take my word for it. Take a look at some of our students.
I was able to close my biggest deal yet, $39,000 assignment fee, and I'm super stoked about that.
And I got 2 of them signed.
Let's fucking go. 2 contracts?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, dude.
The qualifying questions, man. The power of NEPQ, man. I'm just so thankful for this, man.
It's been a game changer for me. Leveled up my career, my business, and myself personally. Just do it. You're not going to regret it. I guarantee that.
Probably multiple 6 figures last year. This year, we're on track to try and hit 7 figures.
I mean, just look at the numbers. Our average student increases their close rate by 10% in just 6 months. And that results in, on average, 184% increase in revenue. And what would that do to your business today? So if you want to implement this sales process into your business, here's how we help. We have coaching where we will coach you every single week, role play with you inside of our community. So that way you can implement not only the script, but the tonality, the questions, the pausing, because sales is 80% about how you ask the questions, and only 20% about the questions that you are asking. We also have a full community full of hundreds of real estate investors implementing this sales process where you can network with them. You can post questions for them to be able to help you out. You can post your call reviews. You can do anything you want inside of our community, getting help from hundreds of wholesalers that are finding success in today's market. We also have video trainings where you can go through step by step each part of this process, a full in-depth breakdown on how to implement this into your business. And we have all of the scripts that go with it. I don't care if you're doing outbound leads, cold calling, SMS, inbound leads, PPC, PPL, if you're working pre-foreclosure specifically, if you're working with agents directly, it doesn't matter what you're looking for. We even have follow-up scripts. We have every single script that our students are using inside of their business to hit multiple 6-figure months. Now, if you're wondering if this is going to work for you, if you are running a wholesaling business or you're trying to start one, you already know that the biggest lever that you can pull in your business is the sales process. We all get our leads from the exact same place. So if that's you, then I would ask myself, if our average students are seeing a 10% increase in close rate and 184% increase in revenue, then why wouldn't it work for you? As long as you are in this industry doing this business. Next thing you're probably wondering is, how long is this going to take? I'm not going to lie to you. This is not going to be an overnight thing. This is probably the most in-depth sales process that is out there. But if you implement this, our average student within the 6 months sees a 10% increase in close rate, and a lot of them see it a lot quicker. We've had students that hop on first week, go implement this process, and they get a contract that very week. Last thing I hear, and this is the one that pisses me off the most, is how do I know if this will work in my market? Well, we have students in San Francisco, San Diego, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida, every single market that you can think of. And the thing is, the more competitive the market, the more you need an actual sales process that works with human behavior, because the sophisticated sellers have heard it all before. The ones that are in the competitive markets, they know the 4-pillar script. When you sound like every other salesperson, of course, they're going to treat you like a commodity. And I'm going to be real with you. When you get into the program, you're going to see this is not like anything else that you've ever seen before. I can promise you, no one else is teaching the techniques that you're going to see inside of this program. Now, I want to make this very clear. If you are still unsure that wholesaling and flipping is what you want to do, if you're like, hey, I think I might do day trading, hey, I might do Amazon or whatever else, this is not for you. I don't actually want you inside of my community if you're just a dabbler. But if you are running a business or you are trying to start a business, you know that this is the vehicle that you want to jump into. This is the community for you. Also, if you're a complete diva and you need to see overnight results and you need immediate success because you're part of that culture, this is probably not for you either. This is a process that takes some time to learn. It takes some work to put into it. So if you are wanting to get absolutely completely rich overnight and you want to triple your business by tomorrow, yeah, this is probably not for you either. This is going to take some time and some effort to be able to implement. But if you're tired of hearing sellers say things like, I need to think about it, I've got better offers, I want to go talk to other companies, I need to go talk to my attorney. If you want to learn how to overcome those objections and prevent them from coming up in the first place, this is for you. You know there's a better way to scale your business than just throwing bodies at the problem or dialing until your fingers fall off. So here's the bottom line. This sales process is going to give you an unfair advantage because it actually works with human behavior. When your competition is still asking about the roof, the condition, and haggling over price, you are going to be connecting with sellers on a deeper level that makes price almost secondary. And what you're going to get here isn't just some course where you go through the training modules and then you're left on your own. It's a complete comprehensive training, word for word scripts, expert coaching from people actually doing deals, and a community full of serious wholesalers and flippers supporting each other every step along the way. Think about it. You could spend years trying to figure this out on your own through trial and error, losing countless deals and leaving money on the table, or you could follow a proven process that works, that's allowed me to generate over $2.1 million in assignments in the last 2 years. And if you're wondering, why is this program so cheap? Why is it only $197 a month when there's other sales trainers out there charging 15 grand for the same stuff? Well, one, we are going to increase the prices pretty soon here. We've already doubled them once, and we're probably going to continue to double them. And then two, our main goal is just to show you how this process works. Full transparency, we have more expensive coaching options that we would love for you to join us. But we want to show you this process, help you implement it, so that way you can see results before you ever spend another dollar. So now it's time to decide, do you want to continue to dabble and be like the majority of other wholesalers that are stuck using the exact same script that you know is just not getting any results? Or do you want to be able to understand this process for your next seller call? So you don't have to worry about, I need to think about it. You can overcome, I need to go talk to my partner. You won't have to worry about getting beat out on price. And if you have this advantage over someone else in your market, you will absolutely crush it. The choice is yours. Click the link below, shoot me a DM as soon as you join, and start learning an actual sales process that works with human behavior to start creating consistent and predictable results. I'll see you in there.
Yeah, that was interesting. He mentioned that they had already doubled the price once. So probably not all of the 326 members are paying $197 a month. He also mentioned that they have other coaching inside that they also want to sell them, or would like to sell them. But yeah, that's interesting. You know, a lot of people that are selling high-ticket coaching or high-ticket group coaching could switch to a paid community or add a paid community in addition to it. So maybe you're selling high-ticket coaching for $2,000, $5,000, $10,000. instead of only selling the coaching, maybe you could sell membership to a paid community. And inside the paid community, maybe you could have all the group coaching inside, or maybe you could upsell the coaching sessions to members. So that way, your paid community would also be feeding leads or generating leads to your higher ticket services. So yeah, interesting stuff. What is his main messaging? I think much of the messaging here is for wholesalers and flippers that want to 2x their close rate in 90 days or less, basically helping people with a better sales process so that they can close more of their deals. Interesting stuff. Let's look at the pictures. The old way versus the NEPQ way. Why traditional sales tactics are costing you deals. Four-pillar process. The old one, I guess. Timeline, motivation, condition, and price. You're forced to negotiate on price. Turns you into a McDonald's order taker. Overused by every other wholesaler, you become a commodity. Sellers already know what's coming. Then the NEPQ process. Discovery, problem impact, future pacing, needs-based anchoring. You get the seller to focus on solving their problem. Turns you into a trusted problem solver. No one else in the market uses it. You're a unique solution. Sellers don't even realize they're being closed. Next picture. Real wholesalers, real results. See what our community is achieving. And then there's several testimonials in text or posts. Nice. So yeah, this is the sales page. Those 2 videos, 2 pictures, and a tiny bit of text. And he's selling it as a free trial, $197 a month. Let's look at his traffic source. How is he selling? Or how is he getting traffic? How is he getting people to see his sales page? Social media, yes, Facebook, NEPQ, real estate, public group, 2,100 members. Okay, so he has a Facebook group. Looks like it's not that very active. And I can't really see any link to his paid community here. But maybe I have to join the group in order to see that. I'm not sure. Then he has a YouTube channel. John Lalandi. 1,840 subscribers. 371 videos. Wow, that's a lot of videos for what looks like so few subscribers. But it might be really powerful even if the audience or the subscribers are few. The links in his bio. Links advanced sales training. That's the first link. We're landing to a sales page. Go.wholesale salesacademy.com. We'll find your reps 5 most likely to close deals and coach them one-on-one how to convert. This is the same process behind our average clients 26.65% close rate. Book a call to see if we can help. This is like book a call funnel. But the other link, beginner sales training, the other link in his YouTube bio, that leads to his paid community. Let's check out the description. This looks like a pinned video, I guess. And here in the description, he also has...
So we're going to be talking about a new selling method.
Computers. Why is it that sometimes I have to click so many times before things happen? But yeah, in the description, looks like the same links to the book a call funnel and the school community. Yeah, that was in the description. Pinned comment. He has no pinned comment. Why? Videos.
In this video, for the first time ever,
Why do I have to click on the pause button multiple times before it pauses? This other video, yeah, it looks like the same links. I'm mentioning this, by the way, because that's kind of a big deal. Like, where and how are you promoting the links?
If you don't uncover...
Join our school community. That's the text, and then he has the link. But yeah. That was YouTube. Let's look at his Instagram page. John Lalonde 22. 5,507 followers. 188 posts. I manage 7-figure wholesale / flipping teams, so you don't have to. AI-powered sales management. Founder Osprex AI. Click the link below to scale. And the link in his bio leads to a sales page. wholesaleacademy.com. We will add 1 to 2 deals per month per rep in 14 days. And book a call. So yeah, it looks like a book a call funnel. But yeah, it looks like that's the only link in his Instagram bio. Let's look at some posts. I cannot find any other links in the posts either. Nine weeks, that's a pinned posts. 1 day ago. 2 days. So it looks like he's kind of active on Instagram. But yeah, that's the only link I could find on Instagram. On YouTube, 6 days ago, 13 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, he posted videos. So kind of somewhat active there. But yeah, that was the social media links he had listed on the school platform. But to me, it looks like the vast majority of his sales is coming from Facebook ads. But of course, that's hard for me to say because he might be doing cold outreach or cold email or something like that as well in order to generate sales. I don't know. But in Facebook ad library, wholesale sales academy, 66 results. Just a bunch of ads. The oldest ad I can find looks like being from July 21st, 2026. So at the time of this recording, that's like about 3 weeks old. And let's look at, I think this is the ad with the most impressions. So yeah, the text of the ad. Want to know why 90% of wholesalers and flippers struggle to close deals? It's not because wholesaling is a numbers game. That's what the gurus want you to believe. The truth, most wholesalers and flippers are using outdated tactics that trigger instant sales resistance from sellers. But what if you could turn dead leads into $10,000 plus deals, have sellers eagerly call you back, build genuine relationships instead of selling? The difference, our proven NEPQ process for wholesalers and flippers. Forget high pressure tactics. Stop begging for deals, start closing with confidence. Click to get access to the NEPQ wholesales. Now click to get access to the NEPQ Wholesale Sales Academy today. And then there's a video.
If you call foreclosures and it seems like everyone wants to keep their house, even though you know they need to sell it, here's why. Now, I've been running a 7-figure wholesaling business for the last 3 years, and I've partnered with Jerry Miner to bring a completely new sales process to wholesaling that is flipping the industry upside down. Now, pre-foreclosures are called more than any other seller in the industry, and if you sound like everyone else, you're going to get ghosted, beat out, or the sellers are just going to say that they want to keep it. You see, everyone else is focused on telling the seller all of the ways that they can help them, but they're missing the actual thing that gets sellers to work with you, and that's building trust and helping them see a future state that's better than where they're at now. But instead of me just telling you how to do this, I'm going to actually show you. For the first time ever, we've opened up a 7-day free trial to our school community where you can see the entire sales process step by step. Inside, you'll get the exact scripts we use with pre-foreclosure sellers, weekly live training calls with me, and a one-on-one breakdown of your sales process where we'll show you exactly what you need to fix and start closing more deals. So if you're tired of getting ghosted by sellers and losing deals to other investors, click the link below and start the free trial inside of our school community. If you call foreclosures and it seems like everyone wants to keep...
Nice. So that's the ad that looks like having the most impressions. It's been running since July 21st, 2026. So yeah, about 3 weeks at the time of this recording. Interesting stuff. So yeah, I think we have covered those main aspects to this one. One thing I think is kind of brilliant is the niche, because people that are in this niche, that are into the wholesaling real estate thing, the wholesaling or flipping thing, they need, yeah, kind of consistent deals, and yeah, they have, my point is they have a recurring reason to stay there. Like if they can close 2% even, or 5%, 10% more of their existing leads this way, it's a great deal. So yeah, they have a recurring reason to stay, and also the problem that he's trying to solve with this paid community is very valuable to the people he helps solve it for. So yeah, one example that I've used a long time when it comes to paid communities is the real estate niche, because a lot of money is moving in that niche. So for example, if you decided to make a paid community for maybe real estate investors, that might be one niche, or real estate brokers for luxury real estate, for example, helping those kind of people. You know, someone that are selling luxury real estate as a real estate broker, one deal, they might be making hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit on one big deal. And helping people like that, if you have a process that might help them get just 1 to 5% better results, and it can be super valuable. Plus there might be like upsell opportunities and stuff as well. But yeah, I think we have covered the main aspects. How much time is this guy spending on his paid community per week? Very hard to say, but he mentions live weekly sales training. So it looks like that's the live, because if it hadn't been daily, I guess he would have mentioned it. And he also mentioned that they also had coaching, and that he's also still doing the wholesaling himself. So he's still into wholesaling. He's also selling coaching, which leads me to believe that this paid community is probably not a full-time job. I think this is kind of like an extra stream of income for this guy. And another cool thing to think about, he mentioned he's still into wholesaling himself. And since he's still into it, the type of advice he can give to other people is probably amazing. But also, he's probably getting better himself from teaching others and from having a community and hearing what works for others. Because on the live calls, in the chats, in the community and stuff, he might be asking other people what's working great for you. And maybe they have some solid advice to share as well. Maybe they are struggling to close many of the leads, but maybe they are amazing at getting leads. Things like that. So he's probably improving his own game as well from the paid community. You know, kind of how... isn't that kind of how they are teaching when it comes to medicine? Or in the medical field, to become a doctor and stuff? Or a surgeon, isn't that like... teach one, watch one, do one? Like teach or learn one. Is that how it is? Learn one, learning about a surgery. Then watch a surgery. And then No, I think this. I think this is how it is. Sorry. I think like learn one, do one, teach one. So basically, learning it yourself by watching and learning the theory of it, and then doing it yourself, and then teaching it. So in I think it is for surgeons, if I'm not mistaken. One of the ways they are teaching surgeons to become great surgeons is by having the surgeons teaching others. They're not just, yeah, this is how you do it. No, it's they have to learn it, and then they have to do it. Maybe they have some kind of dummies. I don't think they're training newbies on people. But yeah, do it. But then they're also teaching it. Sorry about that, my phone just called. But yeah, it might be a brilliant way to improve your own game as well. And if you have a paid community, maybe you can afford teachers that you previously couldn't. Maybe there's a coach that charges $10,000 for 2 hours. You couldn't afford it, maybe, previously. But if you have a paid community with hundreds of members, maybe that same coach, you could pay it because you have a paid community. So you can provide value to your community. Or maybe that same coach would be more than willing to teach for free inside your paid community. Maybe in exchange for a pitch that he could sell his services in the end of the teaching. Things like that. It opens up a lot of opportunities for making money, but also for improving your own game as well. So yeah, just some things to kind of keep in mind. And as you're brainstorming your own ideas for building your own lifestyle business, your own paid community, you know, this is some things to keep in mind. But yeah, let's do a quick little recap of this whole thing. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a cold or something. But yeah, a quick little recap of this paid community called Wholesale Sales Academy. A paid community success story. 326 members, charging $197 a month. He mentioned in one of his videos that he has already doubled the price. So I guess he used to sell it for around $100 a month. The community is run by John Lalandi. He has the rocket icon and a top 5% earner on School. He's using the School platform. The sales page, very short text. 2 videos, 2 pictures. Pretty short videos. But yeah, what is his niche? It's for wholesalers and flippers, you know, in the real estate niche, that want to 2x their close rate in 90 days or less. He has a YouTube channel with about 1,840 subscribers, 371 videos, but he's not promoting his paid community. I'm sorry, he's promoting his paid community on in the YouTube bio link, but it's the second link. He has an Instagram page with 5,507 followers, 188 posts, but in the Instagram bio, he is not promoting his paid community. There he is promoting a book a call funnel. But who knows, in that book a call funnel, I think he's trying to sell coaching, but he's probably downselling the paid community access as well. Or the paid community membership, I mean. He had a Facebook link, but it's a Facebook group, NEPQ Real Estate Public group, 2,100 members. But he's using Facebook ads. I think that's the main way he's selling memberships. Kind of hard to say, but yeah. Looks like this is his winning ad. A short video.
If you call foreclosures and it seems like every...
At 1 minute, 10 seconds. And this text. And yeah. How much is he making per month? My very rough estimate is that he's making around $40,000 in profit per month. And the cool thing is, this is probably not a full-time job for this guy, because he mentioned he's still into wholesaling himself. The wholesaling real estate thing, he's still doing it himself. He mentioned that he's also selling coaching. And if he has those things going on, then I don't think that this paid community is a full-time job for him. Kind of goes back to my point that the business model of a paid community is something where a lot of people are running it. Like what I call a form of semi-passive income. Like they're working on it maybe like 2 to 15 hours per week and generating 5 or multiple 5 figures in profit per month. Pretty exciting stuff. And a pretty cool success story. So if you're looking for a lifestyle business, a paid community might be a great option. And if you do it right, where you have low churn rates, where people stay a member for long after they join, it's also very predictable compared to a lot of other business models. If you're selling t-shirts or merch or e-commerce, things like that, it can be great, but you're kind of starting at zero every month. Maybe you made $10,000 in profit in January, but then February 1st, boom, you're kind of at zero. Now you have to generate the same amount of sales, pretty much, in order to generate the same amount of profit that month. But if you have a paid community with good retention, that people stay a member for long, you might be making $10,000 in profit in January, and in February maybe you still have the same amount of members. So if you only get like a few sales, you might still be growing pretty rapidly. You don't have to double the amount of customers, you know, in order to massively increase your profits. But yeah, I think we have covered the main things. Alright. Alright, guys. See you in the next one.